Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to unpack the incredible 70-year roller coaster journey of artificial intelligence. It's a wild story full of huge dreams, crushing disappointments, and, well, a creative explosion that is changing our world as we speak. I mean, think about it. We went from AIs that could barely play checkers to systems that can paint like a master artist or write your college essay. So how on earth did we get from there to here? Let's dive into the story of how today's AI really came to be. Okay, so our story really kicks off in the middle of the 20th century. You've got these brilliant pioneers who started asking a really simple but totally profound question. Can we actually make a machine that thinks? Now, this timeline gives us a fantastic roadmap of the journey. And you can see right away it was not a smooth ride. It was this dramatic cycle of booms and busts, what researchers in the field literally call AI springs and winters. And in the beginning, man, the optimism was just off the charts. You had Alan Turing coming up with his famous test to see if a machine could be intelligent. Then the field officially got its name, artificial intelligence. And pretty soon after, we get the first ever chatbot, Eliza, and even a full-on humanoid robot from Japan. The world's imagination was completely captured. So with all these early successes, you can imagine the hype, right? Expectations were through the roof. Everyone thought a true thinking machine was just around the corner. But the future, well, it turned out to be a little further away than they thought. And here's the problem. The promise was huge, machines that could reason like us. But the reality just wasn't there yet. The computers back then had nowhere near the power or memory needed. The AI systems they did build were fragile, crazy expensive, and basically impossible to scale up to solve real-world problems. The hype bubble burst, and people got really disappointed. And this is the crucial part. It wasn't just a minor setback. For a very long time, across two separate AI winters, the whole field just went quiet. All the funding got cut, and AI research had to go underground, away from the public eye. So, what finally broke the ice? After all that time in the cold, what was the spark that brought AI roaring back to life? You can pretty much circle this one year on the calendar, 2012. This year marks, arguably, the single most important turning point in the entire history of modern AI. What happened in 2012 was basically the perfect storm. For the very first time, researchers had two crucial ingredients. One, massive amounts of data from the internet, so-called big data, and two, this powerful new technique called deep learning. A deep learning model absolutely shattered all the records in a competition for image recognition. All of a sudden, computers could see with incredible accuracy. And that was the catalyst that brought AI out of the labs and into our lives with things like Siri and Alexa. Okay, so that brings us to the most recent, and honestly, the most dramatic chapter in our story. This is the moment when AI stopped just analyzing information and actually started creating it. Just look at this timeline. The speed is absolutely jaw-dropping. In just a handful of months back in 2022, AI went from being this niche tool for scientists to a global phenomenon that anybody, you or me, could use to make incredible art or write just about anything. It was an explosion. And to give you a sense of just how huge this shift was, 100 million. That's how many users ChatGPT got in its first 2 months. Nothing, no app, no website in history had ever grown that fast. For the first time, truly powerful AI was in the hands of millions and millions of ordinary people. So, this unbelievably fast progress has all of us asking some pretty big questions, right? Like, where are we right now? And where on earth is this all going? First, let's get our terms straight so we're all on the same page. Every single AI system that exists today, and I mean every single one, from ChatGPT to the AI in a self-driving car, is what we call artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. It means they can be superhuman at one specific task, but they have no real awareness or common sense. Now, the next giant leap is something called artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is the original dream, remember? An AI that can learn, reason, and apply its knowledge across any kind of problem, just like a human can. This is the holy grail of AI research, and let's be super clear, it does not exist yet. And then, way out on the horizon, there's the final, almost sci-fi stage, artificial superintelligence, or ASI. This is a hypothetical AI that would be so much smarter than any human or even all of humanity combined that it could solve problems we can't even begin to wrap our heads around. So this table here lays out the whole journey really nicely. We're living right now in the age of ANI, powerful but specialized tools. The world's top researchers are racing towards AGI, and the prospect of ASI, no matter how far off it might be, is what keeps a lot of people up at night, thinking about the future. And you might think AGI sounds like it's decades away, right? Well, get this. The very people who are building this technology, the CEOs of labs like OpenAI and Google DeepMind, are on the record saying they believe we could get there within the next 5 years. They think it's no longer science fiction. So, what a ride. We've gone from these optimistic dreams to long, cold winters of disappointment, and now to this explosive new era. The pace of change is getting faster and faster, which leaves all of us with the biggest question of all. If this is what happened in the last decade, what on earth is going to happen in the next one?